Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Avery here with another episode of Just My Opinion. Guys, we are talking Bel-Air Season 3, Episode 1, titled Baby, I'm Back. And guys, just to let you know, this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. And I will be doing recaps for each episode this season. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Also, depending on how these videos do, I may be going live each week as well to recap each episode and invite a certain guest or two. You're just going to have to subscribe to find out. But let's go ahead and get into this. I'm loving the show. I love the first season. I love the second season. And I'm so glad that we're back for this third season. And it is summertime, baby. That is just how season 2 ended, with Will going to Lisa saying, hey, how are summers in Bel-Air, by the way? And she was like, you have no idea. And that's where we're at right now. We see that they're celebrating Juneteenth, June 19th. That's what's up. I love it. Freedom Day. It's a lovely Black American holiday. So it was just quite nice that in episode 1, they was able to celebrate that in the backyard of the Banks residence. And my gosh, how rich are they? I know we've talked about that before in season 1 and season 2, but are they billionaires, or are they just, in the hundreds of millions of dollars as far as the worth is concerned? May not even be that much, maybe in the tens of millions, but that house is big. That house is massive. Now, when the episode starts off, we have Will and Lisa. They're kissing and a smooching, and a smooching and a kissing. And I just have to say, Lisa, I'm not saying that she looked horrible the first season or anything like that, but she has lost a lot of weight. She has been exercising. She has been in the gym. She has been doing all types of things to slim down. Again, I'm not saying that she was just super huge or anything like that, but it is a noticeable difference. She looks great. So shout out to you, Miss Lisa, for all the hard work that you have put in between seasons 2. And actually, you kind of slimmed down in season 2 as well. But all the work that you've done, that's what's up right there. But like I said, Will and Lisa are kissing the smooching, smooching and the kissing. And I like their relationship, but at the same time, it is kind of cringy to me. I don't know why. Sometimes with PDA, public displays of affection, I get a little weird. I get a lot of awkward. I guess it just depends on where I'm at. But sometimes when I'm watching this episode, or in the later half of it, when they're in the backyard at the picnic, at the parade, at the function in the backyard, the Juneteenth celebration, I don't know, when they were just kind of hugged up or whatever, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on them or anything like that. I know this is fiction. They look good together, but at the same time, there's just like a little level of cringe. And I want to know from you guys if you feel the same way too. Now, we also have Carlton, who has been in rehab for about a month right now, the past 30 days, and it is coming to the end of that chapter of his life. And shout out to Carlton. I'm very proud that he's trying to grow up and take responsibility, accountability for all of his actions. But man, was that a mistake to go out on the stage at the end of episode 2 and just blow your whole life up? Like, I understand that you want to put everything out there and get the monkeys off your back and get things off your chest and all that. I get it. It feels good just to be like, ooh, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I've been up to. This is the truth. These are the things that are not true, etc. I get it. We've all been there before. But you didn't have to tell the whole world, my God. You could have did that just in front of the family, in front of some family and friends. But now you did it in front of everybody, to where the college that you dreamed of, the university since a child of Princeton, does not want to accept you anymore. That's just unfortunate. And at the same time, like, you don't want to judge people. Nobody's perfect. We all go through things at different levels. No one can control their family, etc. But do you blame Princeton? Let's just look at it at their hands, okay? Let's put ourselves in Princeton's shoes. Let's say you only have one slot left, and there's 2 candidates, and you cannot make a decision. They both have the grades, they both have the test scores, they both have all of the extracurricular activities, their essays are on point, they are valuable candidates. So you're like, damn, I can't decide. You have one candidate over here that's drug free, but then you have another candidate over here that's been blowing rails in the closet, as Carlton put it earlier in this episode with his sister. Who are you gonna go with? I mean, hey, I think Princeton will go to the person that wasn't doing drugs because they don't want to bring that into their campus, possibly introducing that to other students, whatever. There's a whole long laundry list. And so I can't necessarily say that I blame Princeton for not wanting to move forward with Carlton. It sucks. And still, you shouldn't just judge people based on that anyway, because again, we all fall down. You know what I'm saying? We all fall short. But at the same time, Carlton, that was just a huge mistake to just announce that in front of the whole public. But when Carlton is ending his first session of rehab, he has a new boo thing, Miss Amara, who is cute. And it's also interesting how everybody on the show is just really, really attractive. That's not necessarily realistic. In my opinion, maybe I went to the wrong college, high school, whatever. But everybody's attractive. But Amara is coming through. And I was like, oh, we have a love interest for Carlton now. Will this be something constructive? Will it be something negative? So far in episode 1, I like her. I think that she was a little forward at the same time when she was invited to the Juneteenth party and was trying to converse with Aunt Viv. I think she just should have sit back in the cut and just chilled out and let conversations come to her for the most part. I don't know why she was just trying to put her best foot forward so much, but it ended up backfiring in her face. So where she ends up leaving the party and not saying nothing to Carlton at all. And is this the end of the relationship? I don't know. Maybe things are going to pick up in episodes 2 and 3. And of course, all those are released this first week of Bel-Air season 3, season 1. But so far, I like her. And I do not blame Aunt Viv for being a bit standoffish. Aunt Viv feels really violated and taken advantage of, as she said in this episode. Even going back to the beginning of the episode, did y'all notice Aunt Viv's face as soon as she walked into Carlton's rehab room? Will and Uncle Banks, I said Will and Uncle Banks, my goodness gracious. Will and Uncle Phil walk in, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Carlton, how you doing? Blah, blah. Aunt Viv walks in there like, what's going on? Smells like sex. Smells like condoms. Even though they wasn't doing anything, she knew that something was awry. You know what I'm saying? And so it's also kind of funny how Will goes in the back. Oh, you left your sweater. Why is Will trying to go find the sweater? You know what I'm saying? Will, you're not Carlton's mom. Like, hey, where's your sweater, baby? Where's your jacket? Me and these voice impersonations, I don't know where they come from, the tone and all that. But I mean, it's not like a big deal. They could have tried to use a better line of dialogue for Will to go back there and discover that Amara was in the back. But I like how he kept things close to his chest, didn't say anything, was like, okay, trying to get some, all that. But yeah, Carlton at first, he wasn't even trying to take it there. I don't know. Maybe this is not the first time that they've kind of messed around, fooled around, kissing and smooching and kissing. But Carlton was like, wait a minute. We can't be doing all this, this is rehab. There's rules that we got to follow and we got to be strict. And Amara pulled out some things on him and was just like, hey, you better come suck on it. She didn't say all that. I'm exaggerating. But at the same time, she did, throw it on him or whatever. And I'm not mad at Carlton for obliging her because, she is attractive and, you got to have strong willpower and all that. But anyway, I do like Amara so far. She's pretty cool. And so, we're going to see if she's going to be a valuable asset to Carlton's life throughout the season. And I'm very, very excited about it. However, one of my favorite characters in this first episode is Ashley. I really do like her. She is a very, very nice, phenomenal actress. Her name is Akira Akbar, and she was also in Captain Marvel that came out in 2019 as, I think, little baby Carol Danvers, if I got the screen name correct. But the reason why I like her the most is she was having the uncomfortable conversations. I'm not mad at the Banks family for the conversation they was having with Carlton at the table when he first came back. Hey, I missed out on a lot of things. Let me catch up. Hillary was letting everybody know about her trip to Paris, Europe with LaMarcus. We got to talk about that. We also got to talk about Will and basketball. But Ashley, she wasn't trying to hear none of that. She was like, I want to know the specifics of your rehab. Okay, break it down. What did you learn about yourself and how to cope and deal with your problems and transgressions in the future and all of this stuff? And it was awkward. And of course, if you have decent social skills, you always try not to be in awkward situations. You want everything to be sunshine and rainbows, but life is not always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you have to have those uncomfortable conversations. And for Ashley to be the youngest in the whole family, and she's like, no, this is some BS. I want to talk about this. Now, I'm not mad at her at all. You have to have the conversation. We was like, oh, okay, rehab. What about that Juneteenth? Ashley was like, no. And I think, not Will, but Carlton's mantra now is you can't heal what you don't reveal. And they closed out the scene with her saying, easier said than done. And it was awkward for everybody. But at the same time, I love it. Shout out to Ashley for forcing that conversation. I mean, you don't want to force everything, but sometimes you have to. And that's just necessary. She's letting Carlton know, like, look, bro, I love you. This is going to be tough love. I'm not going to let you off the hook. You betrayed me. I mean, he scared the hell out of her when she caught him blowing rails in the hallway I'm finna say at work, at school, at high school. And again, why are you snorting dope or whatever the hell it was at school in the hallway? Go to the goddamn bathroom. Like, I mean, I'm not an addict, so easier said than done, like Ashley said. But yeah, that was just crazy wild to me, but the way that he threatened her, like, you better not say nothing or keep your mouth shut. He may have even cussed at her and like grabbed her arm. I think she was like, you're hurting me. And so that right there, man, you have, broken or breached a strong line of trust. That bridge is almost just gone. I don't have any sisters, okay? But I can only imagine, the way that a younger sister would look up to an older brother and how she would feel so disappointed and distraught to discover not only that he's abusing drugs, but just lying to everybody, not just the family, but everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just a bunch of crap. So I really do like, especially at the Juneteenth party at the very end, where Carlton is like, hey, I know you don't trust me. I know you think I'm a piece of crap. And the way that the camera was shot in front of Ashley showing her face, but Carlton behind. So we, the audience, could see Ashley's face, but Carlton could not. And we see that she still has a lot of love for her brother, as she should. And she's proud, but also disappointed, but still gave him the hug. That I really did love that right there. Like, I still love you, brother. I'm not going to give up on you. But at the same time, I'm not just going to give you no pass either. You know what I'm saying? And so I like all that right there. I like the realness there. And also the realness with Miss Banks on Viv towards the end of the episode, where Carlton was like, hey, Mom, can we talk? And he's like, hey, I feel like ever since I've been back from rehab, we really just haven't had a time to, we haven't had any time to spend together. We haven't had enough time to talk and catch up. And she's like, I'm sorry, but I'm still dealing with all the BS that you spewed in my face. You was lying to me. You was lying to this person. You was lying to everybody. You took advantage. My BS meter was going off, but you took advantage of that. And I like that. I really do. I really do. It's, I can only imagine, being a parent, it can just be so difficult because, I mean, look, everybody lies, there's been times to where I've lied to my dad and I've lied to my mom, and I'm pretty sure there's been times where everybody has done that. And, the few times I've done it, I felt bad because you don't want to take advantage of your parents. I mean, they love you and you're taking advantage of that. Like, okay, they want the best for me, so they're going to always, think of me in the best light or whatever. And that's just horrible, And also, just to go back to the beginning of the episode, when Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv were taking the pictures for Essence, and the journalist or photographer came over, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we're able to get this piece. How hard is it to maintain the family and your businesses and keep the spark going and all that? There was a shot of Ashley up on the balcony with her friend. And I think at the end of the season 2, they were just talking about Ashley being gay and that was a potential love interest. Did they just completely abandon that plot point, that story point? I didn't like that per se myself because I just kind of thought it was forced, just to click a agenda box or something. Like, we got to include this. I don't mind that in TV and movies because it's a reflection of life because those people really do exist. Just make it natural and organic. Don't make it feel forced. But anyway, that same white girl, Ashley friend, was like, hey, your family just seems so perfect. And they do seem perfect on the outside, but there's no such thing as a perfect family. And we're finding that out, especially between Carlton and his mother, Aunt Viv. And so I just love the relationship, the dynamic between them two and the whole family. Hopefully they can work all of that out. Now, even I'm kind of jumping around. We also got to talk about Jazz, Hillary, and LaMarcus. Of course, I am Team Jazz over here. I am with Will. I am with Ashley as far as that's concerned. And Miss Coco Jones, your fine behind. Miss Hillary, you did Jazz wrong. I like Jazz. You need to go back to Jazz. And the thing about it is, why accept a proposal when you really don't want to? Women do that often, and it's really just grinds my gears. And they always talk about how men, are dogs and liars and manipulators and etc. And this is true. I'm not trying to say that's not true. There are a lot of men out there, but there are women out there that play with men's feelings too. So maybe even more than men play with women. That we could debate that in the comments. Let me know. But nobody. Hillary ain't no perfect little angel. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta say, when Jazz showed up at the party, I was trying to think, like, what are you doing there? Like, even if you were invited, I know Hillary didn't invite him, but even if he was invited by Aunt Viv, Uncle Phil, Will, Ashley, or Carlton, was it in your best interest to show up? Knowing that Hillary has moved on and is with somebody else. Now, at the time, you did not know that she was engaged. But me personally, I don't think I would have shown up to the house knowing that Hillary was going to be there. Now, I would have shown up to another venue knowing that Hillary was going to be there if it was just at some banquet hall or wherever, but this was Hillary's house. You know what I'm saying? But if I broke up with somebody and I was invited to another place and I knew that my ex was going to be there, I would still go because it's not their house. It's open, just a random venue. And I was invited by another party or something like that. It didn't have to do with the banks or anything like that. But him just kind of showing up was just kind of weird to me. I'm just like, why? But I also do not like the sweater vest that he had on. I don't like that look for anybody, whether you're in shape and you got the biggest muscles in the world or you got little twigs on your arms, whether your arms are out or you got a t-shirt on under it. I just hate that look. Jazz, he been straight, for the duration of this show. He always got the fresh lineup, always got the nice fade, the parts and all that. But that sweater vest, I was not feeling. But how did y'all feel about his reaction to Hillary? Talking about, Jazz, I just want to apologize for the way things went down. Oh, it's cool. I know I hurt you. Hurt. He says his little piece and walks off. I mean, how do y'all like his reaction? Should he have been like, yes, you hurt me, and I cried for days and days, and I don't know. No, of course, he shouldn't be doing all that. But how did y'all feel about his reaction? It was cool to me. It was cool to me. But guys, we got to talk about this, of course. I was not expecting this. When Carlton and Will are out trying to grab a burger, some fries, and the shake at wherever place they were, it looked like it was delicious. He runs into his dad, Lou, Marlon Wayans, and I was like, oh, we're in episode 1. Y'all throwing curveballs like this? I was not expecting it. And man, I am glad that they threw this curveball in there because I wasn't expecting it. And to be honest with you, I didn't like that they were telling that story in season 1 at the very beginning. I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. This is Will's dad in the original show. These were some of the best episodes with Will Smith, the way that he reacted to Uncle Phil. I'm finna say Harvey Dent. Philip Banks, what is his real name in real life? He passed away. Gosh. James Avery. That scene, like, why don't he want me, man? Why don't he want me? One of the best scenes in the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show. So for them to explore this during episode or season 1, I didn't like that. But with Marlon Wayans, Lou is back. And Will just pops up at the barbershop. Even before that, he's trying to pretend like he really don't, care about his dad. He really don't like him, don't want to be like him. But I mean, he's fronting, he's studying a little bit, but at the same time, he's young. That's very, very understandable. You're going to be emotional. You're not going to be thinking clearly and things of that nature. I get it 100%. I'm not trying to hold that against Will. And also, look, the size of Carlton's bedroom is ridiculous. It's like the size of 3 apartments. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. When Will and Carlton was in the room and they was going back and forth, Carlton was upset that he did not get accepted to Princeton, and Will was thrown off of his game because his dad showed up. I like the fact that Carlton was like, stop trying to solve all my problems and worry about yours. Carlton is right, but he's wrong at the same time. You can't get mad at Will for trying to be there for you. You were blowing rails, like you said to Hillary. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, he's going to be there for you, or at least attempt to. But I still do like the conversation in between them. Now, when Will is at the barbershop and he is talking to his dad, I just thought that was completely inappropriate for everything I work for is mine, and I ain't taking no handouts. Like, come on. Will shouldn't have talked down on his profession, being a barber. There's nothing wrong with being a barber. That it's a respectable career, in my opinion, because you always gonna have a job. People are always gonna need a haircut. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and if you enjoy what you do, you enjoy what you do. The only way that's a sucky job or career is if you don't enjoy what you do. But if you enjoy what you do, hey, man, you get it how you can. You live in the life that you want. And so, I mean, that was mean on Will's end, on my opinion. And Lou too, he was like, that's cool. But the way that Lou was ugly towards the end, I just really wasn't feeling that right there. But you guys let me know what you think. You could agree or disagree. Now, something that does make me mad about Will, I'm not mad at him for wanting to go an entrepreneurial route and start a business and all that, but he's making it seem like they could just do it like this. He was late to the meeting. He wasn't showing up in practice the way he should. And this venture capitalist, this ex-MMA fighter, I believe they said he was a billionaire. That's what's up. I'm glad that he has this young mentoring program and, trying to teach the youth and, send them on the right path and provide opportunities. I love all that. And I'm not mad at Will Smith. I'm not mad at Will for trying to go after this. But for you to quit basketball to do this program and you don't even have a viable, realistic business plan already wrote up, that was a huge mistake to me. Basketball has been your entire life. You have made such a big deal about it all through season 1 and all through season 2. You're arguing with your uncle back and forth on if you can trust Doc and I need you to sign off and this and that and you don't know what's best for me, blah, blah, blah. They signed a contract, all this drama to get you on the team, then for you to quit. Look, I get it. You're not in the right headspace right now because your dad just popped up out of nowhere. You didn't ask for that. You didn't ask to be here. But at the same time, that's life. Sometimes this stuff just pops up on you. And you can't just, okay, hey, I don't want to go to I'm not really feeling to that. I don't really want to go to the mall anymore. I don't want to go ice skating. I don't want to go to the movies, right? Okay, that's something short term, but you don't just let your whole team down at the last minute. They done got all the strategy made out to win the tournament in Las Vegas. They done got all the plays and all of this stuff. And you just gonna do that? Like, yeah, I don't have a business, but let's just try to start one like this. Like, what? That is ridiculous. I did not like that at all. Am I tripping? But you guys let me know what you think. Also, what do y'all think is going to be going down between Jeffrey and his son? What is it? Is it Frederick or Cedric? I forgot his name. But what do y'all think is going to go down between them? Is he in danger? What is going on? Is he going to live? Is he going to die? Hopefully he lives. Hopefully he doesn't die. And I'm being a bit dramatic right now because that would be horrible if something did happen to him. But I'm curious. I'm curious. Is Jeffrey's past gonna come up and bite him in the butt because of what he was doing overseas in his other life? You guys let me know. And I think it's Frederick, but I can't find his name right now. But guys, this was a great first episode. I really did enjoy it. And let me know what you think. I don't really have any predictions right now, but I just feel like the drama is going to get worse. And I'm really interested in the relationship between Ashley and Carlton and Amara, and also Jazz and Hillary. I really want to, that's where my main focus is right now. Will and his dad, that's cool. And we all know that Hillary and LaMarcus are not going to end up together, or at least I hope not. But I really am enjoying myself so far, and you guys let me know what you think in that comment section as well. But guys, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to this recap, review, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, for Bel-Air Season 3, Episode 1, titled Baby, I'm Back. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe for episodes 2 and 3 recap in my live for these first 3 episodes. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm be Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.